This goes out to all the guys who like to play basketball in the rain with no clothes on. This is for you. I know Jesus saves. I wish he'd save us from this podcast. I know he looks after you and me, but I wish he'd take us far away from here.
Yo, whoa, what up, everybody? Holy shit. Oh, I'm blurry. There we are. We're back. Woo, what a race to get in here today. Just a quick, short little drive from Hilton Head, South Carolina to Ashburn, Virginia. Got here with about 20 minutes to spare. Then I had to race to get everything set up. Othello is going to be joining me here in a couple of minutes. He's actually, strangely enough, also coming back from the beach. He's coming back from the Outer Banks, and he also just got back about 20 minutes ago. So the stars, whatever the opposite of the stars aligning is, that's what just fucking happened. Holy shit. By the skin of our teeth. I mean, by the skin of my teeth, Othello's not here. So, fuck him, pussy. Yeah, so we had a good show for you guys to plan tonight. Obviously, we're both planning it while driving in the car, or while sitting in the car. I wasn't driving. Yeah, I don't even have my lighting set up correctly. I mean, it's a mess. But yeah, we'll get it all straightened out. Welcome, everybody. Sorry we had to reschedule from last night. I'll let Othello get into it, explain his side of it, but the bottom line is we kind of got our signals crossed a little bit. He thought his baby girl was sick. Baby girl. And then so I was like, all right, well, we could just reschedule to tomorrow. And then all of a sudden, like, lo and behold, his baby's fine. But then I had already made plans. I was with the, other people vacationing. So, and it was our last night there. So, they couldn't wait around me to get a text back from Othello forever. Yes, this is live, Ace. This is live. You are watching live. Yeah, I saw you guys, a couple of you guys commenting on the post from last night saying, is this happening tonight? So it's it's kind of tough for us to figure out where the holes of information are when we have to reschedule last minute, but I had posted something to the Patreon. I always post updates there first, or I try to anyways. Those are the dogs. Woof, woof. And then I post something to our Twitter account, IDM Pod on Twitter, and then our Instagram account also. But obviously, not everybody's going to see that stuff. And, up until a few hours before broadcast time, we thought we were even going to be doing the show Friday night. So here we are on Saturday. I wanted to run through this real quick. Let me grab this quick link here, right here. So we did this awkward bit. Let me see if I can drop it in the chat for you guys. See if this link works. We did this awkward bit on the Shortscast. I guess I did this awkward bit on the Shortscast the other night. Free to the Patreon subscribers. Woo woo. But I thanked on Twitter our guy Dave Izzle. Huge shout outs to Dave Izzle and our guy George Jones. I didn't have his Twitter account, so George Jones, if you want a shout out, I'll definitely rep you hard as hell. on Twitter too. I just didn't have your Twitter handle. So, but George Jones and Dave Izzo came up huge. The link I just dropped in the live chat is this is what Othello pushed me to. He told me to break from my pride and beg just this one time, only once, beg people for help because these damn mics out here are expensive, y'all. But George Jones and Dave Izzo hooked it big time and came through with, I think, what we've dubbed on the Shortscast the little red thing, and then something called a Cloudcaster, which I still have no idea what the hell that is or what it does. But I've been told by resident audio engineer Richmond John that, yes, it is in fact important. And Othello has the same setup. So there's only one item left on the Shorts Baby Registry. But you'll notice I'm so dumb about certain technological platforms that I didn't know how to set this up any other way other than setting up a baby registry for myself. And no, as much as it may look, I am not pregnant. So fuck y'all. But yeah, so there's only one item left, and that's the microphone itself, but expensive, obviously. Bob the Builder, diehard P1 of the show, and Ernesto Ladon also made huge contributions, so they put us $100 closer towards that. And I guess if you guys want to donate $5, you can. You don't have to buy the whole thing, obviously. There's like a little section there where you can just contribute like a sliver, whatever you want or don't want. Fuck me, go fuck myself. That's fine too.
What's up, dog?
Yo, what up, dog?
What up, man?
Yo, but hey, I'm about to do a live unboxing on the show because I came home to a package about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
So usually when I get Amazon packages that are addressed to me, they're not actually for me. I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
Oh, okay. All right.
With the old shared household Amazon account.
Well, have you already talked about what you think it is?
Well, I just started alluding to it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Oh, damn! You're doing the Chad Dukes sleeveless tee, huh?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It was real hot and muggy down at the beach.
Uh-huh.
So it was my attempt to like sweat less, get some more air going through my my torso. Why is the lighting so weird there?
Let me fix that right now. I didn't have time to fix that. I was like scrambling.
Oh, okay. What's up, everybody? Sorry that we're all over the place. It seems like I'm late, obviously. I think Shorts and I he probably talked about this already, but we just got back from our trips. I literally got back at 8:30. It's like 9:30 right now.
Is that better?
Yeah, it looks great.
Cool.
And just got the kids to bed. But go ahead, man. I don't want to.
That's cool. We're doing a live unboxing for the people on the show. I told them how you guilted me into begging for money online.
Yeah.
And I said I got to put my pride aside. I said this on the Shortscast. You guys can go back and listen to it exclusively on the Patreon. It doesn't matter on Patreon. You can subscribe for $5 or $8, whatever you guys are comfortable with. We appreciate it. I'll just mention that with the $8 shout out or $8 subscription, you get a weekly shout out on the show, and we'll read those here in a couple of minutes. Let's see.
Oh, dude, people in the comments
I don't think I got that.
You lost a bunch of weight.
Oh, he's just being nice.
No, it's
not this week. I gained a bunch of weight this week. That's for damn sure.
Me too. Shouts to Ace, who said he's signing up for the Patreon tonight.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Some good stuff up there.
Yeah, the Shortscast and the Oathcast, we alternate doing those, Ace, every week, every other week, whatever it works out to. Last week, we kind of botched that because we were both going on vacation, scheduling issues. But we do that stuff because I don't know. It's kind of like we view the Patreon as like that's the cover charge. If you guys really care about us enough to pay $5 or $8, whatever it is, we're gonna appreciate you back, show you some love back, and throw some free shows your way every once in a while. But we don't give that stuff away on the YouTube account. So
yeah, dude.
Right.
Danny Loudermilk, so he just donated.
Oh, tight, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Look, I told everybody on the Shortscast, I'm not gonna do this. Like, I'm not making a habit of this. It took me like a month to bring myself to even beg for money in this way. So it's only because I realized that the show was suffering because of me. The mic quality, everybody's complaining about my mic quality. It was very apparent on the episode we did with the movie. That's another Patreon exclusive, by the way. And I hope people get caught up. I know a lot of people are behind. A lot of people are vacationing. This isn't the best month to promote a podcast. Totally understand that. Sorry, I'm a little shot out of a cannon tonight. I don't know why.
Okay.
But yeah, we sat down with the movie for like an hour and a half just a couple days ago.
Yeah, he told me he had 5 minutes for me.
Yeah.
80 minutes.
And I got some good feedback from JP Flame. He said he was texting both of us, and he goes, "Look, the only issue is I don't know who the movie is." And so I was listening to this thing going, "Who is the movie?"
Yeah, no, that's
I guess
fair.
we never bothered to introduce him, so our bad.
Also, why is his name the movie? To be honest, I thought that was self-explanatory, but for those who couldn't figure it out, it's because his life is a movie.
Yeah.
Ace was listening back to the Cakes Brett episode and didn't know you were in the Bored Ape Yacht Club streets. Hopefully you took some profits last year. Dude, I've fallen off on NFTs ever since
Everybody fell off of them.
yeah, ever since Yuga Labs did the land sale.
Yeah, that was the end.
But Shorts and I definitely made money in that land sale.
Now that's a relative term.
Yeah.
Some of us may have bought it on credit.
But dude, I bet once the economy gets like
silly,
it'll
there it is, the little red thing that we were talking about the other night.
Hell yeah, the Scarlet Solo.
Yeah, this is tight. Thank you guys. Thank you, dogs. George Jones. Hey, do you know his Twitter handle, by the way? I was trying to shout him out.
No, but George Jones, if you're on Twitter, hit us up, let us know, man. Shouts to you. Did George Jones get that or Dave Izzle? Because Dave Izzle.
Well, shout outs to Dave Izzle too. I'm not sure which one bought which, but they're very expensive, both of them. So it's much, much appreciated. Shout outs, guys. Links in the live chat.
So we're that much closer to getting Shorts a real mic set up.
Yeah, and there's one more item coming, I guess, this week or sometime next week, and then I don't know. I mean, I'll see where we are at the end of tonight, but I could probably front whatever the rest is for the mic. Just go from there. I just, I don't have a lot of reserves right now, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I can't wait till we can start talking about your whole situation there. It's been
I know it's been forever, dude.
Like 3 months, but I'm not going to push you or anything like that. George Jones says Bezos is slacking on the shipping. The blue thing, Dave bought the red thing. As you can see, I am an audiophile. Yeah, man, thank God George Jones and Dave Izzle are both audiophiles. They knew exactly what to get you and Aaron Roosh.
No, dude, come on. Don't say that. Don't say that on you.
What, dude?
He's like a real person.
Oh, sorry. He's a real person.
But yeah, shout outs to Dave. I don't want the whole thing to be a fucking infomercial. I just appreciate it. That's
Did you get to the big time P1s yet?
No, let me hit those right now.
All right, let's do that real quick.
Yeah, so and again,
it's time for a big time P1
$5 or $8. You guys can subscribe to the show on Patreon. Just search for us. It doesn't matter. It takes 5 minutes to set everything up. Set up an account. As we do here on YouTube. We got a two-pronged approach here, guys. And for $8, you get a weekly shout-out, and it sounds kind of like this. Shout-outs to Andy Chenard, Kara Webb, John Rage. Big shout-outs to John Rage.
Yeah.
Joe Soup. Huge shout-outs to Brian Busties, Ryan Harden, David Slat, which rhymes with cat. Shout-outs to Coop, Dave Izzle.
Nice.
Shout-outs to AJ McCown, Richard Sauce, the South Boss.
The Boss.
Brad Abood. Shout-outs to Ernesto Ladon.
My guy.
Shout-outs to Spider Clamp, Matt Dodson, Matt Broadricks. Huge shout-outs to Benjamin Moore, Ben Hameen, and our guy Mike Cook. Mike the Clifton Plumber. You guys can find his information on our Twitter account pinned at the top. Shout outs to Lubomir, Corey Rita, and Twitter account at glass_hates. Shout outs to Chris in DC, the 3-name bandit. I was just talking to him a little earlier today. He's hooking me up with something. Shout outs to Matt Starcheck, Brian Altman, Chris Stein, Danny Loudermilk. Shout outs to Alex Davis, Steve Schmoll, Brendan Cooney, M_Jizzle. And shout outs to Don DeMarco, previously Mr. Sister Fister 21, previously Narpoon to Fistinator 21 at FisterTillSheBlister.com. Shout outs to you guys. You guys help us keep going. We seriously appreciate you. Yeah, we want to grow the show on YouTube and on Patreon, but Patreon is where we're trying to build our own community, and that's where we want to thrive for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And we can come straight to you guys. You know, we don't have to worry about our messaging and all that stuff getting lost in different apps like Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, even all that stuff. Like we can come directly to your phone, especially if you set up push notifications, which I've heard is very difficult.
Yeah, definitely. Ace is asking about the Patreon setup. He's asking if you can watch the videos right in the app for the Patreon episodes. Yeah, we upload them directly to Patreon. You know, we were
so the live stream episodes. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying we were for a short period of time doing live episodes on YouTube for the Patreon and just leaving them there as unlisted links. But like the first month we did that, somebody like leaked our episode out to like, you know, Reddit, and that kind of, you know, got us to shy away from that whole setup. So yeah, so that's how we do it. But yeah, man, feel free to join. We do a lot of bonus content. I see people are kind of championing for it in the live chat. So yeah, check it out, dude. Yo, so what do you want to talk about your trip? Do you have any stories from your recent trip to where'd you go? South Carolina? Yeah.
Yeah, Hilton Head. So we went to Charleston. I talked about this a little bit on the shorts cast, so I don't want to double dip too much. But yeah, we went to Charleston for 2 days. It's like an hour and a half away from Hilton Head, but on the same path. So we've kind of made it a tradition for ourselves to spend a night or two in Charleston and then finish out the drive to Hilton Head. So that's where we were for a week. We've got this really cool house that we've been going to for a couple of years now, and it's very reliable and everybody loves it. Everybody in our group. So it's starting to feel like a home away from home for sure.
Yeah. Well, your friends have like kids, right? Or no?
Yeah. So one has a 1-year-old now.
And
Juan
has a 1-year-old.
Yeah, Juan has a 1-year-old, and the other Juan has a mamacita on the way. So about a month or two out, Lord willing. So I'm bringing up the rear here in more ways than one. So I got to make this shit happen, dude. There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, real quick, one more shout out to Danny Loudermilk, dude.
Yeah.
That's our guy. Big supporter. That girl next to him, that sitting next to him, should probably, I don't want to get inappropriate, but yeah, shouts to our guy Danny Loudermilk. He said a girl is sitting next to him, and he's watching the show live.
Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, it's right.
So
Danny Loudermilk's the man. Fuck him tonight.
Yeah, he said I didn't want to say it, but he said. So
yeah,
a pregnant chick and
fuck
a
his
1-year-old.
night.
yeah. A pregnant and a 1-year-old were on the trip with you.
Yeah. So a 1-year-old and a negative 1 month old.
Yeah,
I guess.
A negative. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just say I got a lot of practice in this week.
Yeah. What? I mean, I can tell you what that was like for me. Being at the Outer Banks with a 3-year-old, and I mean, I
let's just say Danny Loudermilk would be proud.
I was up at 5:30 this morning, just watching Sesame Street with the 1-year-old, just pleading and begging with her to stop complaining. So yeah, that's what trips are like if you got kids now. But it's probably sort of like that for you too if you're there with a 1-year-old in the house. Or maybe not. I don't know. The other people weren't waking up. So
Well, so here's the thing. Like our room that we were in, we kind of rotate rooms every year. And our room this year was like right next to the kitchen.
nice.
So like, yeah, when the 1-year-old family wakes up every morning at like 7 a.m. and starts clanging pots and pans, we're like wide awake. At least I was. And me, I'm like a terrible sleeper. So once I'm awake, I'm awake. So, I definitely didn't get annoyed by that for an entire week, but it's totally cool. No, it's all good.
Yeah. You're just saying.
Dave Izzle says, do chicks even make boys anymore? I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, every dude I know has girls now. Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what he's saying? I think that's what he's saying.
Angel has a boy now.
Well, see, the 1-year-old on this trip was a boy.
Oh, really? Okay. And my other friend Diego just had another kid, and that's a boy. You know,
so dude, he's loading up that masculine sperm.
Fuck off, dude. Dude, that shit annoys me so much.
You're just shooting chicks out.
Fuck off, dude.
That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the 45-year-old guy that still hasn't had a baby, making fun of you for only making female babies.
Mike Cook, I have 7 kids, all boys. Yeah, and
hell yeah, Mike Cook's got them big balls. Hell yeah.
Twist the knife a little bit more. No, I'm happy with the girls. But you know what's funny is actually, dude. First of all, fuck you and fuck Chad Dukes for saying that shit to me about how like, oh yeah, well I knew you were gonna have girls because you know you're not very masculine.
That's such a wives' tale. There's no way that has any relevance whatsoever.
It's fucking stupid, dude. Like it drove me. You know why he thinks that? Because him and his brother are 2 boys that were born. That his dad only had two boys, and he thinks his dad is the most manly man in the world. That's why he has that belief. But it's like,
see,
okay,
if like he was in a position to be trying to have kids or something like that, or he had one himself, I would totally respect that position more. Yeah. But the fact that he like goes out of his way to say, "I'll never have kids. I'm ending this bloodline." I'm Chad Bummett, SB Nation Radio. You know what I mean? Like that's why like it's completely like falling on deaf ears that I'm making fun of you for that because what the fuck, you know?
Well, like
I ain't got shit to talk.
Kobe is a girl dad. Fucking John Jones, all girls. Fucking Sly Stallone, The Rock. Like, come on, man. It's retarded. I'm not a girl, okay? No,
I'm gonna keep telling you I'm gay.
But you know what's funny is like all my two friends who had girls first and then they had boys. Well, at least my friend Diego, he was like, man, you know, I'm cool with having another girl. I want another girl, you know, because they're so chill. And I see little boys around the park and they're little assholes and they have snot all over their face and shit like that. And I was like, okay, cool, man. Yeah, you've bought into the hashtag girl dad bit. And as soon as he found out he was having a boy, he was like, yeah, motherfucker. Like all that shit went out the window about,
who was this again?
I want another girl. My friend Diego.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like people say that like, yeah, I want another girl just to like not jinx themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever, dude.
Like, as soon as he finds out he's having another boy.
Yeah. Kevin Smith, Dukes' dad had mad chicks climbing up ladders to bang him. Yeah, dude, I'm not doubting that Dukes' dad is very masculine, but I think that the old wives' tales of only manly men have boys is fucking retarded and stupid. Ace, I'm a girl dad times 2. I blame it all on the smoke. Yeah, dude, I don't know what I blame it on. I have you know. Maybe I beat off too much and I wasted all my boys in the toilet or something like that.
Hey, look at the comment on the screen from Mike Cook.
I have the smallest balls. I have no idea. I have all boys. That's so funny. Yeah, man. I think it's really just the luck of the draw, dude. That's so funny. Yeah. So how was like? You want to tell me about your? You want to? That's a funny comment, Dave. You want to tell me about your trip? Like, was there anything notable besides being forced to walk and explore all the shitty, shops and stuff like that in Charleston, or was that pretty much it?
Yeah, the Charleston part was a lot of walking. We talked about that last week. Obviously, that's what I wanted to do. I went down there and I said, let's do some walking for about 2.5 days straight. Let's do that. You know, I that's what when I said let's go back to Charleston, that's what I intended. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I wanted to do.
Trying to get my walk on.
It was definitely my choice to walk 20 fucking miles in 2 days. I wanted to do that. I didn't want to go out to bars or anything like that. Like that's fucking lame. Like what are we?
Yeah, you're just walking into clothing shop after clothing shop. Like
right.
Sized in my penis.
Yeah, right. Yeah, more shops.
Yeah. That sounds pretty great, man. I mean, I'm glad you were happy with it. I would have been miserable.
No, the beach was cool. I was happy. I was happy you got to squeeze in around a golf on Friday. I don't like playing like the day before getaway day, to use a baseball term, but you know, I was happy to get one in. Like the golfing down there is just so freaking nice. Now it sucks that it's like 1,000 degrees because it's the middle of summer, but it's still fun. I mean, it's still time away from you know, shopping.
Yeah. I mean,
bitches be shopping.
Women be. Yeah, that sounds awful, dude. Like anytime I had to like leave the house and like walk somewhere, I was in a pissy mood, and I've just gotten to the point where I'm so fucking. I think it's because COVID has like conditioned me to be even more of like a homebody introvert. That like
it's tough to break out of that.
To, like, you know, I'm cool with getting in the car and driving to a restaurant, but like walking outside in the fresh air and fucking being around people is like the most miserable shit ever for me. You know, also like the beach is I'm not like a huge beach person.
Like going to the beach?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's why I love this house because I don't like walking to the beach. If the beach is like right next to me, I'll go to the beach. But this is like, I don't know, like a couple blocks or whatever. It's not far at all. It's just, you know, when you're with women and children, they make you carry so much shit. So you can't just go to the fucking beach like with a towel in hand. Like it's a fucking ordeal.
Like hot as fuck out. It's like, you know, it's difficult, dude. You know, and dragging like all the how long until shorts walks off screen. Mike Cook, I love the beach. I go to Duck every year. It's so much fun. Yeah. I mean, maybe I just gotta like, you know, here's the thing. It's like when you have like a 1-year-old, and my 3-year-old's way more self-sufficient, obviously, than my 1-year-old, but like, you're not just like laying there on a, you know, towel or laying there in a chair, just like, you know, drinking your lover boy. You know?
Is that what you had?
Yeah.
Nice. Was it Kyle? What's his last name? Kyle.
The dude from Summer House. Yeah. But you're just watching them constantly, like making sure they don't fucking stuff sand in their mouths, and you have to keep going to the ocean and bringing back a bucket of water for them that they just pour in the sand and immediately evaporates. Like, you know, it's not as relaxing as I remember the beach being.
Hey,
have y'all ever been to Dolphin Beach, man?
Where is that again, by the way?
It's a nice neighborhood. It's in Montclair, man. Big Dan H. Shouts to that guy, dude. He's living it up in New Mexico. But yeah, dude. So I don't know. It's a completely different experience when you'll find this out when you're with a kid. Like it's just, for me, at least for now, like I said, it's not very relaxing. But you know, Mike Cook, I don't know how old his boys are, but maybe they, you know, maybe they're old enough to just like kind of have fun without him fucking worrying about them constantly while he's there.
Yeah. Did you guys have a pool at the place you rented?
Yeah, we had a pool. But
see, that's a game changer. And see, I think like I got a feeling you can kind of convince your lady to just have a pool day.
Yeah.
And that's great too, because and that's why we love this place, because it's got a pool, it's got a hot tub, it's got everything that we possibly need.
Right.
But like every morning without fail, it's like, you guys ready to go to the beach? Are you ready to go to the beach? Oh, I'm ready to go to the It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Just
well,
let me go to the goddamn pool and leave me alone.
I know.
And I'm not like anti-social. I like hanging out with them. They're fun people. But can we just hang out at the pool that's in the backyard?
It's like it's the same thing basically, except you don't have sand all over your
Right.
ass crack and shit. Dane did really move to New Mexico. He's been out there for like a year now. I effing love my kids. Danny Loudermilk throwing out that classic Dane quote. But yeah, that's good, man. I'm glad you had a fun time, and thanks for asking me about my trip. You know, it was pretty good.
Dude, I did. I asked you about the pool.
I really have much to say, you know, it was. I'll say this, like
we got some food, and you know, we ate a lot of chips. You know, we're chips people. We buy $300 worth of chips every time we reach.
By day 4 or 5, the kids were like, or my oldest daughter was like, I want to go home.
Aww.
Like she was so over it. So, you know, that
you said that was your 3-year-old?
Yeah.
She's the one that's like butt shy, just wants to be home.
Yeah.
She's like you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She's cut straight from the same cloth.
Yeah. She hates people and she
dude, I've been over there 100 times, and every time she looks at me like, well, this is totally warranted and fair, but she looks at me like I'm a fucking monster. And I'm like, I got you that butt soft stuffed animal for your 2nd birthday. Come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she'll get out of her shell eventually. But the other daughter is like way the complete opposite. Like so outgoing and
9,
not afraid of anything. Yeah, but anyways,
you said you were in Duck.
Yeah. Well,
I've been there. That's like kind of Corolla-ish, right? Somewhere around there.
Yeah. It's like near the end of the road, if you will.
Dude, speaking of end of the road, we were playing that from Boys to Men the other night. Dude, Boys to Men was Brazil.
I know, dude. They had hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
I think Babyface wrote that song, End of the Road.
Yeah, he was like a big time producer after he had like a solo career.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
those are the guys that are like secretly like fucking like crazy loaded. The guys that are like produced that they realize like, all right, I don't have to be the fucking star. I could produce 1,000 songs this year and get paid on all of them.
Yeah, well, dude,
and not have to worry about the pressure performing them.
Right. I mean, dude, like, there are so many artists that are low key like amazing writers that were doing that forever. Neo wrote like tons of people's songs. Sure. Bruno Mars wrote tons of songs. He wrote I say you drive around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, he wrote that song for CeeLo. That girl Sia, that chick Sia, who's really ugly, she wrote a ton of songs.
Dude, just in my neck of the woods, people sleep on this. Chad, the guitarist from Newfound Glory, is like a mega rock producer. And like when Paramore was really popular, in like the early 20 teens, he had written like all of their shit. Really? And a ton of other bands too. So yeah, those guys are the dudes that like with the fucking plan, like the man with the plan. Those are the guys that are fucking loaded. I don't know how we got onto this. I'm sorry, but so the beach was good. Would you like to tell me anything more about your trip, both men?
Kevin Smith, didn't one of them have an inappropriate relationship with Brandy? Yeah, I think Wanye Morris from Boyz II Men had an inappropriate relationship with. You know what's crazy, dude? People sleep on the fact that like fucking R. Kelly was like married to Aaliyah when she was like 16.
I know. This shouldn't have been a surprise to anybody.
This should have been like, yeah, exactly.
Dude,
like,
here's how crazy the internet was too. Like back then, like in the like early to mid 2000s, dude, we all saw the video of him pissing on a teenager, and none of us batted an eye. First of all, so we're all sickos. Second of all, like Chappelle's show, like that was one of the marquee bits making fun of that. That was
Let me give you
awesome.
some pee pee. Let me give you some poo poo.
Show me your face. Let me make it.
Yeah.
I fucked it up, but
It's crazy that it took like 15 years for that to materialize into like, okay, this guy's a fucking problem.
yeah, seriously, it's crazy. But yeah, that
Living
shit was
Near
wild.
said-
That was like in the wild, wild west of like Kazaa days.
Yeah, I do remember downloading that video off of like LimeWire or something.
I don't think any of us knew that she was like 17 at the time, but
yeah,
it's pretty fucking crazy that video was even out there. How did it get out?
I know, and especially back then, like the internet was just starting. How do you, you know,
That's fucking nuts, dude.
voicemail is what you played at the end of the party when the girls needed one last push to go slut. Yeah, but dude, I got daughters, man. I can't talk about that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm playing. He's right though, man. That got them going, dude. I listened to exclusively. I know we're all over the place right now.
That's
I'm
fine.
trying to like organize my thoughts. I listened to exclusively like Dice podcasts when I
Did
was
you really? Like the whole week?
yeah, like so he was on he had a show on Gas Digital
Like
for like 2 months, 3 months.
do you know what it was?
It was called either the Dice Cast or I'm over here now.
Do you know when it was? Like what the date range was?
It was like right around when Trump got elected.
Okay,
And,
so like 2017.
There are only like 13 episodes, but they're exclusively like hosted on Gas Digital. So I signed up for a membership on Gas Digital.
Dude, you should just ask for mine.
Yeah, I should have. But
Yeah.
but
Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. People don't be sharing Patreon subscriptions.
But
Kind of stepped in that one.
dude, I listened to, so he's got like 14, 15 episodes up there. I listened to like his old Howard Stern stuff. I listened to his Opie and Anthony appearances. Dude, what I've noticed, and I shouldn't be that surprised by this, but like a lot of his appearances are just the same stories over and over and over again.
Yeah.
He talks about how he got hammered with Michael Madsen one time on the set of Crime Story, and he banged a 300-pound chick, and how she tried to ride him, but he turned her over because Dice does the fucking. But you know what's crazy, man? Here's the thing about Miles Mercury. If anyone needs my Patreon login, hit me up.
Shut up, dude. Hey, we're poor, dude. We're trying to make it.
I got kids, man. But
Shit.
his success was almost like instantaneous. Like he did a special on Ronnie Dangerfield's like little showcase thing where he has like a bunch of artists, and then just from that showcase thing, he like blew up, and he said that he started touring like basically immediately after that. And he said the first time he went to the Comedy Store in LA, he became a paid regular. Like it makes me think, like if he wasn't super successful like very early on, I don't think he would have like stuck to the bit of being Dice and trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like
right, like it was a character that he could have kept or ditched.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. It's interesting to me. I like seeing the evolution of people's careers and like how long they had to try to do something or how quickly like it was successful. And
can I ask you a question? Do you think it's strategy, like strategic, that he's telling the same couple of stories over and over again on every podcast? Or do you think that's more of like an old school media approach that he just hasn't really updated his file, I guess, on that, where he's like, in the past, like there was nothing connecting these different universes. Like there was no YouTube, Patreon, or anything like that. Like you could easily go on this radio station, that radio station, the one across the country, all in one same day, tell the exact same stories, and nobody would ever connect those dots.
Yeah.
Now there's psychopaths like you and me who live to connect those fucking dots, you know, and there's a means to do it.
Yeah. Peace out, Mike Cook, by the way.
Yeah,
He's bouncing. Check him out. Check out our Twitter account for his contact info. Hit him up if you need some plumbing work done.
Yeah, he's a great plumber.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's more of a function of him being like an old school media dude. And I don't know. I mean, I think that a lot of people do like so many podcasts, and by people, I don't mean like you or me. I mean like people who are actually successful.
Yeah, like real successful people.
Yeah, like you know how the fucking stupid comedians in LA like all do each other's podcasts, and you know
and then there's the East Coast. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard like Bobby Lee on 100 different podcasts, and he does so many podcasts that he just has begun to tell the same stories over and over again. But yeah, I think that like he even uses the same jokes. Like if you listen to his Rogan appearance from a month ago.
Oh, we actually did do Rogan. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he did Rogan a month ago.
Remember, there was a thought for a long time, one of those theories that Rogan wouldn't have him on because I don't know, something to do with Brendan Schaub. Are you talking about Bobby Lee? No, I'm saying Dice. Dice, he was on Rogan a month ago. Gotcha.
But even like the stories he was telling on that show were the exact same that I was hearing in his podcast from 5-6 years ago. So
it's interesting. It's interesting though, because if it's a great fucking story, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of like rerunning bits.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't seem very authentic to me, but I can't say I haven't done it before. I definitely have.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, if you do enough shit, eventually you're gonna rehash some shit. But I don't know. I wonder if it's actually a smart play to only save, like, it'd be like saving your best joke, right, for last. Yeah. But it's saving like your best story for the promo appearance, and then not giving them much more than that, so you kind of leave them wanting more. And yeah, I guess if you're really media savvy, you know that psychopaths like us are out there and exist that could go on Reddit and be like, he does the same story on every podcast. But is Dice even really fucking worried about that at this point? He's still fucking
that's a good point. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Why would he?
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, you guys ever watch Dice movies? I know off topic. I watched
one like 2 years ago. It was one where he's like a detective in LA or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Ford Fairlane or something like that.
Yeah. Did you know the backstory behind that? There was supposed to be like a whole series of those movies.
I don't know.
He pissed somebody off in Hollywood or something. This was maybe around the time that he got canceled, like for real, back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
And there were supposed to be like 3 or 4 of those movies, and they just all got shut down after the first one.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he was supposed to be like a big ass movie star, but he only got a couple movies in. I think that's the movie for Fairlane, like you said.
I mean, he got banned from MTV.
Which is crazy. Why?
He told the story on Rogan. Like it was like at the VMAs or something, and he went out and did like his nursery rhymes when he was just supposed to like introduce people, So,
yeah. Okay. And they had to bleep him and all that shit. Yeah. Dice topics are never off topic for this show. Longtime listeners of It Doesn't Matter know that the Mount Rushmore for us is the Dice Man, and we're not going to fucking stop. We're not going to rest until we get this show big enough to get the Dice Man on as a guest. So I don't care if it takes 5 years and he's dying on his deathbed with a fucking face mask over himself. We're making that shit happen. That is the goal that we can't not deliver on. We have to do it. Dude,
speaking of which, I don't want to talk about Dice too much because I know probably a lot of people don't give a shit about Dice. But I was thinking about that a lot this weekend or this past week. I was like, because back when I was producing LeVar and Dukes, I'd like to consider myself a pretty good guest booker. Like I had
you're great.
Nothing to work, like no like handouts or anything like that, and I just kind of had to like figure shit out. So
yeah. You would hit people up on Twitter all the time going, hey, do you mind coming on LeVar?
yeah. Or like I would, go to their website, or, like Terrell Davis had a barbecue sauce company, and I went to the barbecue sauce company
Get his email
website and emailed the guys and just say, hey, we'd love to plug your barbecue sauce.
Right.
So I was thinking like, how are we going to get dice? Like, here's the truth of the matter. Like I was okay at booking guests, but I also had the LeVar card to
true.
So like it was easier to book like a Junior Seau RIP because I'd be like, hey man, LeVar wants to talk to you, and I guess they had a prior relationship, so he'd be like, oh hell yeah. With us, it's different. We're not on the radio.
We're two nobodies. We just started.
Yeah. So like you got to think what do we have to offer that that people would consider wasting their time with us on. And really like the only thing I could think was we need credibility, and by having other comedian guests on or other big guests on it, we could definitely say like we've had blah 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 on, we'd love to have you on. So I don't know if people heard this on the Shortscast or not, but we're having Aaron Berg on, I think next week or maybe the week after. The guy that the comedian in New York who for the month of July, who I am.
We're showing the Jews some love.
Yeah,
we're celebrating our favorite Jews.
Yeah,
in comedy this month, all month long, the month of July.
Yeah. So yeah, he's like a regular comic in New York. Like he's pretty well known in New York. And I was thinking of maybe when we talk to him, maybe just asking him for an in, being like, hey, if we wanted to do this, how would you go about doing it? But Jason Adams is right. Like we don't need big name guests off the jump. Keep grinding. Yeah, he's right. Like we don't need it. I mean, it would be fun.
No, but I mean, I think it's something that we're aspiring towards. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. So
and I think also the goal too is at some point, we need to keep growing this show, because at some point we need to be able to tell people, hey, look, we've got 400 donks that get sites for our show.
Yeah, exactly.
They're big old donks just like us. No, but I mean, the bigger the show is, obviously, that's a part of our motivation to like grow the YouTube channel and the subscriber count and all that stuff. Like, at some point, looks do matter. Like, we can wheel and deal and backroom deal all day long, and we do believe that. But we also appearances do matter to a certain extent, as much as I hate that. But it's the truth.
Totally. I mean, the other reason I want to book Dice, not because I'm like super eager to talk. I mean, I am eager to talk to him. I think it'd be a funny interview, but also I think it's like fun for the people who listen to the show and support us to kind of like be along for the ride. And, they know that we've set out these goals to book these people, and I think it'd be fun to like for everyone to kind of see that come to fruition.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, that's why we like talking about it too. Like, I don't know. Yeah, we look like jerk off saying that we wouldn't book Andrew Dice Clay on the show when we only have 300 YouTube subscribers. Of course, we know that. But it's also kind of cool to like call our shot like that. That way, if it ever did happen and you guys stuck around with us the entire way, it would be the biggest fucking male orgasm in the history of like our lives, all of our lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ace says, I'm sure y'all built up a lot of friends working at the station in years past. Pull some of them for guests. Yeah, I've saved every single phone number of every guest I ever booked on at the station. But here's the catch. Like, we have a strict no sports talk policy.
Right.
So that nixes like 80-85% of the people.
Yeah, like we're not going to be having Michael Lee from the Washington Post on ever. No offense to Michael Lee.
Yeah. I don't know if we're that into Brian McNally coming on to talk.
We got to stop using Brian McNally. He's such a nice guy.
They're all nice.
It's like our go-to.
They're all nice, but
Duke said the same thing when we were on his show. He goes, "He's
it's just I don't know why, but it's a funny.
the nicest dude in the world."
I know. Shouts to Brian McNally.
Yeah, shout out to Brian McNally.
Danny Loudermilk says, in his opinion, if you guys got comedians like Ari Shaffir or Big J, that would be bigger than Dice. Not hating on Dice, but they would bring more of an audience. Yeah, you're definitely right. Like they're definitely way more relevant than Dice is right now. I think that,
you're not far off the scent there.
Yeah. But really, I don't know, man. To me, I'm like the Dice thing would be.
Hell yeah.
To me, it's like 20%. 20% bringing people in, 80% like it would be fun and funny and a wacky bit for us to talk to them, you know? So, but yeah, Ari Shaffir or Big J would be awesome, but I don't know. Those guys
dude, I'm not entirely certain yet, but I've started like workshopping in my head. You know, we were texting earlier and I was telling you how I started like jotting ideas down for Aaron Berg next week or whenever we lock him in.
Yeah.
Which huge badass for him to do this show. Seriously. And Berg's the fucking man. We both love him. And we both hate Gino, by the way. So
yeah, fuck that guy.
So let's get that part out there. But you know, I was trying to think like, what if we bidded on top of him? Remember how he did that very serious Inside the Actor Studio interview where he interviewed Doug Bell, which is Jim Norton's
character. Yeah,
one of his side characters.
Yeah.
What if we did that to Aaron Berg, and we only asked him serious questions for like however long he'll sit there and take it?
Yeah, I mean,
the problem is it's not a good thing to ambush somebody with, because then it just looks like a boring interview.
Yeah.
There's something funny about it to me. Like, I don't think I had the balls to go through with it, and I don't think I would fuck him up like that just for, or fuck him over like that since he's doing us the favor. But that idea is something I want to revisit down the line with somebody.
Yeah, I mean, here's I'll say this. I have like a relationship with him where like we text multiple times throughout the week.
Yeah.
About like videos I cut for him or promo ideas and shit like that. So this is like the first time I will have a long form conversation with him. But there's a little bit of pressure I feel to like be normal and like, not fucking make him rethink like, why am I fucking paying this dude to help me with my career?
But he's also a comedian, dude. Like, you think he doesn't, like, and he knows what he, I mean, like, what did you tell him about the show first off?
I said,
we do an all gay male podcast.
No, I said, I told him,
what?
I said, I said, I think he just started a Patreon, this like 2 months ago for the show Street Famous. I was talking about last episode. And so I was like,
we did. Because he's done with Berg's Base, right?
Yeah. So,
is he divorced from Gas Digital, or is he still like doing?
Yeah,
I mean, I saw him on Legions of Skanks like just last week, so I know there's no bad blood.
Yeah, there's no bad, but he just kind of wanted to like make it his own thing.
Yeah, I think he got buried on that site a little bit.
Yeah. So I told him we've got a decent followership on Patreon. It's more than what he has.
Yeah.
And we've had some big name guests on in the past, which we have. And I told him about the wacky month of July bit, and that we'd want to have him on, and he was down. I mean, he waited like fucking 18
Oh, you did tell him about July.
Yeah, I told him.
Oh, tight. That's even better. So we don't have to hide it. Yeah.
But dude, here's the thing I was gonna say is like he had kind of like a tumultuous breakup with Kumia's network. You know? At least
I don't think Anthony Cumia hates him. I just think that I don't know the truth there. Do you? Like, do you know anything that I don't about that?
Not really. But
it just seemed like it's weird because I'd watched Compound when Dave, what's his face, left. That dry as fuck.
Dave Landau?
Yeah, Dave Landau. And Aaron Berg was all over, like, commenting on that whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then it seems strange to me that, like, a year later when Berg leaves, or whatever the timeline was, that Cumia just kind of was cold shouldering Berg a little bit. And maybe that's not accurate. I didn't follow all of that stuff. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're that cool anymore.
I think Berg was just tired of working with Gino. And
that's what I thought.
And Compound Media, because like Compound Media, Cumia's network is it's basically career suicide if you want to be a real comedian, Because the flagship show is hosted by a guy who tweets out the N-word every
yeah, right, yeah.
And
also Gino was kind of like, I never really watched their show because Gino just annoyed the fuck out of me.
Yeah, he's the worst.
But and I love Eric. I really do think he's fucking hilarious. It took me to realize to like a while to like make that distinction. Because I just wouldn't pay attention to him because he was so associated with Gino, and maybe that's what he was thinking too. Maybe that's what he came to realize why he left him. But yeah, Gino's fucking nuts, dude. Like he would just randomly like say the N-word on their show, like with no like not even remotely trying to make a joke out of it. Like it's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like Aaron Berg, he's like an actual like real comedian who
yes.
And
Gino is definitely not.
Yeah, exactly. And so like I think that he was just tired of like being dragged down by by being associated with a guy who literally has nothing to lose and would just fucking say shit for shock value.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm
trying to
and look, it's obviously there's a reason that we do a show on YouTube and a show on Patreon. Like we of all people definitely can't afford to bury ourselves behind a paywall. We have to do both.
Let me just real quick. Can I just play a real quick clip of
sure do.
This is the type of comedy that that Berg does that I don't know, drew me to him. Let me.
I hope it's the one I think you're gonna play.
Okay, here it is. I think people will like this.
Good call on pulling the faceplate down.
I'm Aaron Berg, comedian. I've done comedy for a long time, and I've done some comedy that has.
This is right when
taken on race.
Rogan got in trouble for the N-word.
Oh, okay.
Taking risks with makeup. I've done a whole bunch of stuff that people would deem racial humor, and I will let you know that's not the playing field I'm in anymore. I've changed what I do. I'm
Turn it up
for what I've done. I've learned, and I'm better. And I want you to see what I've become. Thank you.
What are we doing?
Yes.
A hotel that is the gateway to Bombay. What the fuck? It fucking smells! It smells! Holy fuck! I had jerk swordfish today. It smells like cotton candy. What the fuck are they eating out there? Armpits? Oh my god, it feels like we're in an Uber and we've been there for 9 days. Smelly ass.
Dude, I can watch this entire thing. Just keep it rolling.
It's so funny. You can't say nothing about it because they all look like they married the chick from Aladdin. Fucking out there dancing behind trees.
So that's the type of humor that
Can you play like another minute, dude? Did you get rid of it?
Yeah, I'll play another minute of it.
That's fucking funny. Dude, when he finds the when he like locks eyes with the black lady up front.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's so funny. I forgot about this.
Fucking ball, man. You gotta go out there and say, you need to turn the stick. You're fucking out there dancing behind trees. Oh, it stinks like naan bread. Fails! You gotta go tell him. You're a black lady. I can't go tell him. You gotta go out there and say, you need to turn the stick down. Because we smell there's a fat white guy that has to wash his balls in 3 weeks. It stinks out there. I can't go out of a fucking ball, man. I'm fucking white. They're gonna think I'm a Nazi. That just ain't it. You go out and you gotta talk with your hands and shit. Help me turn some of that steak down. You think everybody upset thing. I don't know what type of vindaloo y'all got married to. But you need to get the butter chicken off the planet.
All right, you got it there. We'll drop the link in the description after this, so people can watch the rest of it on their own time. Oh god, that shit is hilarious.
Yeah,
that's some good quality racial humor. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Where you can like loop it all together and bring everybody in the fold. That's the shit that fucking owns. He even brought the whites in, brought the blacks in to make fun of the Indians, and then he brings it full circle, if I remember correctly, at the end.
Yeah,
too, so.
yeah. He's like one of these dudes who, I mean,
that's real ass shit.
It's a rare breed of comedian who's able to just like say the most offensive shit ever, but he gets away with it. He makes people laugh. So
yeah, and that was wasn't that all crowd work completely? Like off the dome too. I mean, that shit's impressive, dude.
Look it up if you guys have it. It's called Aaron Berg Presents Sting.
Yeah, save the link and just private chat it to me, and I'll grab it and I'll add it to the description as soon as we're done here.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're supposed to have him on next week. You know, here's the other thing is he's a comedian, so he is probably doing stand up.
Yeah, so we can't do it at nighttime. Yeah,
so
especially not a Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know if we should do if we should have guests behind the paywall or in front. I never know.
It's a tricky one because it's like it's a tough one, especially like I would have said yes on this one, but especially after you told me that he's trying to promote his new Patreon show. Yeah, I think it's probably best that we put that on YouTube. You know, like it's not really a good move for us, like for him to do our show if we're just going to bury it behind a paywall.
Who would do something like that? Yeah.
No, I mean, there's ways that I think that we can make it work for everybody in most of those situations where like what we did with the Lurch video, the Lurch interview, where we put it behind the paywall for 1 week and we told everybody on Patreon. And I didn't hear one person complain about that on either one, really, YouTube or Patreon. But we told everybody on Patreon, we said, look, you got this for exclusive to you for 1 week or a week and a half, whatever it worked out to be. On July 4th, we're putting this on YouTube, but it's all yours right now. And that's just a benefit or a perk of being a Patreon subscriber.
Yeah.
Now that also helped us because it helped us get a lot of new subscribers. People who didn't want to wait. But I don't think that's going to work every week. And I think it's kind of a bad look for us to invite him on and bury it.
Yeah, I agree with you. So we should, and the other thing is like, we're probably going to ask him. I mean, I hope that he's willing to talk about this, but I want, like we said, we want to ask him questions about, Kumia's show and all that shit and or Kumia's network and all that stuff. So if he says anything noteworthy, it'd be cool to have that on YouTube and just like have people be able to check it out if they want to.
True. But also isn't there, see, this is why it's so tough. There's so many different nuances to it because, do you think that he would be more open to talking about that stuff if he knew it wasn't being recorded live without a safety net and all that shit, like we would do on Patreon?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't I don't know, man. I don't yeah,
These
I
are
don't
little
know.
thoughts that we plague ourselves with, guys. You know,
Yeah,
we're a
sorry.
couple of professionals just trying to figure it all out.
Yeah. I'm trying to find one more clip from the show that I've been helping him out with.
Yeah,
Street
I'll pad for you while you do that. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in for the first time, I'm guessing you're probably not if you're one of the 18 people watching this live. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in for the first time, we've got twice as much content as we do on YouTube on our Patreon account. It takes 5 minutes to sign up. You can subscribe for $5 or $8. We appreciate whatever people are willing to and can afford to donate to our show to help us survive and help us reach our eventual goal of doing this full time. But yeah, we appreciate any amount you're able to give, and as our thank you to you guys for subscribing for whatever amount, we like to throw free shows your way to exclusive to our Patreon subscribers. And the only distinction here between the tiers is that for $8, you get a weekly shout out on the show. Again, it's the Patreon app, or as Lurch Papa Bishop would say, the Patreon app. And sign up for the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
Sorry.
How we
Okay.
doing on that video?
Let me know when you're ready. You want to? Okay. So this is a clip from. So I'm helping. I help him with his social media, and I help him with the show that he's doing. And
Yeah.
I'm proud to say that I own a percentage of the show, so we're like kind of partners on it. It's pretty cool. But this is one of the first viral clips, and I don't know. Would you consider like 2 million views? I don't know. Is that viral?
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But this is basically like what the show is in a nutshell.
Are you bragging that you cut a clip that got 2 million views?
I don't know. I don't think that's considered viral.
It's pretty viral, dude.
But
2 million, we would kill for $2 million.
We'll get there.
I mean, a 2 million view viral clip.
Okay, but this clip is basically like what the show is in a nutshell. He just goes around New York and fucking trolls people. But here, let me go ahead and share it. Right here it is.
In New York City, many people move here to pursue the arts or modeling. Models are usually women, but also men. This model is good looking, and nobody is even paying attention to her because people are so used to seeing good looking people in New York. It's not like when you go to England where everybody's ugly and they look like their teeth were kicked in. Oh my God.
All right. You fit the profile. Definitely fit the profile.
Who's the other guy with him?
His name's Andre Myrie. He's not as big as Aaron, but
Is that his co-host?
yeah.
Or he's just like his man on the street co-host?
He's his man on the street co-host. I mean, this is the only show he does, but I think he's
does he do Berg's new show regularly? Like, are they co-hosts together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he's more of like in my opinion, he's more of the straight man. He's very like I would say he's woke. Like he's very extreme with it too. Like he's convinced that Shakespeare was black, and tries to tell people that, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like he is.
Well, we all know Jesus was black.
Yeah, but he's
that's just a fact. Sorry about that.
He sort of takes the opposite position of Berg. So I mean, in my opinion, it's like a good contrast, and it also helps him get away with like crazy shit because he's got a black dude there like laughing at it and playing along with him. So,
do you have that other clip from his TikTok, the one from like a couple months ago? I saw that one. It was pretty funny. You know what I'm talking about? Where they talk to that old man or something.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll pull that real quick.
That's a good one too.
All right, and then we got to do the.
Did you say he's giving you a percentage of his show earnings?
Yeah. So yeah.
Damn.
we're not there. We're not, honestly, to be honest with you, we're not there yet. Like, he's still in the red because, he just started the show and he has to pay for the people who,
yeah, he's like us. He's still going to buy all the equipment.
Yeah.
No, that's a good deal, dude. Good for you, man.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
You
but
negotiated that with him?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of work. So I was like,
of course.
I just want to
make sure that's just for doing his social media.
No, like I pretty much run the Patreon. Like I edit the videos, I post them, all that stuff.
So I can stop paying for your personal Patreon again.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here's another clip. I think this is what you're talking about.
Yeah,
this one went pretty crazy too. Oh, god damn it! All right. And then after this, do you know what sucks? Sometimes I want to just go like
kill yourself. Me too.
Do these shows way longer, but we got Patreons to keep up with. All right, here it is.
Oh yeah,
white person or a black person?
That's definitely a white woman.
Refresh that.
Yeah, this is the toughest part about playing from Instagram.
You know if that's a white person or a black person?
That's definitely a white woman. She has no lips.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's a white woman because she's taking care of both the kids.
What a terrible thing to say. What does that mean? Are you being provocative?
It gets the people going.
It was totally ironic because black women are known for taking care of their children because black men
They take care of white children too. It's the crazy part.
It's very controversial.
You too.
Dude, we're gonna grab that.
Thank you,
sir.
Yeah.
We gotta grab that old man as a drop for our show. This was very controversial.
Let me just play one more and then we'll
yeah, that's cool. This is good because it's promo for our Berg interview.
Yeah. I think people will be. I think it'll be fun, dude. I hope he gets a little. I hope he's comfortable and does like wacky shtick with us. Okay, I won't even tell people what this is. You'll just see it unfold.
All right.
Nail spa run by Asians where they will jack you off when you go inside.
You ever been to this one?
Hello. Here we go. What did we say? What? This is an Asian salon.
Why
this Asian rub and tug has people very upset as they are not finishing their climaxes. And the white woman is going to call the police right now.
She's definitely calling the police.
What did we do wrong?
That's a fucking white woman, bro. You don't have to do anything wrong.
Oh, that's white woman.
That's it.
Is this what happens?
That's what happens. Welcome to my world, Berg. Oh, here comes the lady.
What? We didn't know it wasn't. You see her give me the finger?
She definitely gave us the finger. Woman.
Hello?
Very unnecessary. How you guys doing?
Just keep doing what you're doing. It's fine to jack people off, lady. Relax. God, ruin that woman's day. She looks
Completely
miserable.
ruined her day.
She was the only one offended.
It's funny.
Dude.
It's fun to jack people off. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh shit, that's
All right,
great, dude.
One more and then that's it. All right, this is one I just cut.
How was your pride, sir?
It was
It's like a racist
What'd you
cake,
do?
somebody says.
I had gay sex with my boyfriend. That's how we celebrate Pride.
I'm gonna guess that guy was gay. Did you always wear glasses, or is it a new?
No, keep walking. I'm sorry.
That seems like an abusive relationship. That seems very abusive. Why is he controlling you like that?
Street famous NYC.
Don't let him control you like that. No, why would you
Yeah,
let him
come
control
on.
you
Don't
like
give
that?
in to the patriarchy.
Don't give it to-
Ladies, how was your pride? It's real.
It's a real thing.
It's not just on the internet.
Oh fuck, dude, he's a lot of fun, man. Oh shit,
he's a wacky dude.
Yeah, that's gonna be great, dude. Should we? Yeah. So people, stay tuned, and of course, keep promoting our show. We need to get our numbers up so that we can look like big fucking sillies. We're not playing games here.
Yeah.
We need to get more people on this show and more bigger guests, more guests. More big guests. I forgot to speak English. More guests.
Yeah. No. Next week we will post on Instagram or Twitter or whatever whenever we figure out when Aaron is coming on. And I'm due for an Oathcast this week. So yeah, we got a ton of stuff coming up. But thank you guys, everyone that tunes in live. Dave Izzle, Miles Mercury, we know who you really are.
And we got a
Jason Adams.
Patreon show coming up tonight?
Yeah. We're doing Patreon.
All right, tight. Cool. Good.
Ace,
I need more time away from the,
Yeah. Kevin Smith, everyone, Lubomir, shouts to you guys, and we'll catch you next week. Week.
And usually, guys, just to let you know, the Patreon episode is usually up by around midnight-ish or so. But it's not live, so that's why the delay. So thank you for tuning in, guys. By the way, our YouTube subscribers are up over 300, and we're so fucking happy about that. So that's cool as shit. Thank you, guys, for supporting the show so strong. Thank you.
All right, guys. Check you next week. Peace.